The last few months, two legendary San Francisco politicians, two women who have really represented that city together for more than 30 years and individually for much more than that in various capacities, have decided they are not running for re-election in 2024. I'm speaking, of course, of Representatives and former Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senator Dianne Feinstein. This is a wise decision on both of their parts. Both of them have had storied careers. On many respects, both a little more, particularly Feinstein, a little more conservative than I would like, but they're getting old and it's time to let someone else have a shot at those jobs. They're not the only people who are too old. There are plenty of men who need to move on, who've been there too long. Plenty of men over 80 years old in the Senate who are not as indispensable as they think and who are there because of their egos and because nobody is telling them it's time to move along. But if we talk about age in Washington, we have to talk about President Biden. President Biden will be 82 by the time his second term starts, if he should get reelected, and 86 by the time it finishes. There are a couple of realities we have to recognize here that are not, maybe a little contradictory or paradoxical. The first is that by most measures, Joe Biden will be too old, and he's probably too old already for this job. Ideally, we would like a younger president, somebody who is, frankly, more in touch with the 21st century, but also somebody who may be sharper mentally, may be able to stand up better to the rigors of the job. On the other hand, there's no question that Biden has brought a lot of legislative experience and acumen that has helped him have such an impressive first 2 years as president. However, Joe Biden is not running against an abstract, perfect 60-year-old progressive Democrat. Joe Biden will either be running, most likely, against a fascist in his late 70s, Donald Trump, or a much younger, smarter, more energetic fascist, Ron DeSantis. So for that reason, frankly, I don't care if Joe Biden were 182 years old when his next term begins. I would vote for him against whoever the Republicans are going to put up.